Okay.
Word.
And that is the vibe for today's show.
Word. Hot potato. Black people, and welcome to Metro Blurds. It's me, the Metro B. And I'm here with my special, my loyal, my ride, not die,
So sorry.
producer, Miss Dawkins to you.
Hey y'all. How y'all feeling?
Woo!
All right. So let's get straight into it.
Oop.
What's scuffing your Tims? What's your geek of the week?
Yo. Hold on. Wait. So we got a couple of geeks of the week, and we got a couple of Scuff My Tims. I had a Scuff My Tim about the trains recently. So, get on the train, and the 5 train loves to just not exist sometimes. So you'll be waiting for a 5 train, and they'll be like, it's 2 minutes away, and then you see darkness. Or you say it's a 5 train, and it's supposed to be going to Flatbush, but this 5 train is suddenly going to Crown Heights, Utica Avenue. Why did you need 4 trains going to Crown Heights, Utica Avenue, and the next one going to Flatbush is in 11 minutes? What is wrong with you people? I hate that for myself.
It's always screw the MTA. Screw the MTA today,
Every day,
tomorrow,
every time.
and forever.
That $2.90 is hitting my wallet.
Word.
Is mad hurtful because, first of all, they set you up for shenanigans. Because $2.90, that 15 cents is a whole ride if you count it up over the week. Like, we losing out a full ride each week.
Speaking of the buses,
Oop.
let's get into something real quick.
Yo.
So for each borough, they've made one bus line free.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, okay. Let's talk about it because it was crazy. They have this bus that's running in Queens, in Harlem.
No, it's one line for each borough. Mm-hmm.
But no, because the one in Manhattan is only in Harlem, or it's like it's a Harlem bound bus. Like
It's a crosstown bus,
yes, only cross Harlem.
Harlem's still Manhattan, though.
Yeah, but like the rest of Manhattan's chilling.
The rest of Manhattan has money.
True. But they cutting out other people who...
Right.
Because with mine in Brooklyn, it's the B60, which isn't a really big deal because that's the cross Bushwick. So that's Philippa Schuyler. That's a L train. That's a real easy route. But you said yours was somewhere else.
Okay, so in Queens, they make the Q4 bus line free. Now, hear me when I say that the government hates poor black people. Because you've made the Q4 bus line free. Cool, calm. If you really wanted to make a bus line free, it should be one that people take frequently. But okay, you made a bus line free throughout the winter months until March 30th of next year. But along that bus route are dollar van drivers. Who are dollar van drivers? Black immigrants, specifically from the Caribbean. So now you're undercutting them for the winter months. Because if they're charging $2 and they was undercutting you, which by the way they should have the right to do, is $2. Y'all want to charge damn near $3. But if you're undercutting them by having it for free, what are they gonna do for the next X amount of months? And my problem with it really is because they've been trying to police the dollar vans for a really long time now, like years since I moved to Queens, really, back in 2011. Y'all have hated dollar van drivers.
Oh, yeah.
So screw the MTA.
Bro.
Today, tomorrow, forever.
I'm going to
Thank
just
you.
say real quick, shout out to the dollar cabs, the $2 cabs, the $3 cabs. You have, even though you are $3 now, I still say,
Who paying $3?
yo, dollar cabs are $3 now.
Not in Queens.
Yo, I
I'll
can
be
tell you,
damned.
Church Avenue, you try, they sit there and they look at you, be like, slide that 3 into my hand. I'm like, cool, it's GG. Like, some of them still act like it's $2 if you're nice, and if they don't feel like breaking change, they'll be like, just give me the $2. But like, no, that's a $3 ride. Even the ones coming up Flatbush are $3 now.
I'll be damned. The ones in Queens, they know where the struggle's at. They know where it's real. So that's why I'm gonna keep fighting for y'all when it comes to the MTA. So that kind of scuffed my Tim this week. But spooky time.
It's spooky season.
What scuffs your Tims? Or what's your geek of the week when it comes to Halloween? You know, Halloween's in 12 nice, cute days.
Ooh, are we on the 13th night right now? This is the 13th night of Christmas. 13th night of Halloween. That's actually, so I am a huge Soen fan. I am a Halloween girly. I was not allowed to do Halloween growing up. So I hit 18 and was like, you know what I'm going to do? Wear a costume. Because you know what I'm allowed to do? Wear a costume. And I was trick-or-treating. And then I realized that walking up to people's houses was a lot stranger than I thought it was. Like, people think that this is not something that should give you anxiety. But walking up to random people's houses just to ask for candy is a very dangerous situation.
I get anxiety in the fact that I don't know if you just poisoned my candy.
Bro.
However, running up on you, Halloween's one night a year that I can run up on people and it's not crazy. I'm gonna run up on you and where's my candy at? Where's my candy at?
Sir, what are we doing here? And I was with those, I remember all of those stories, those tall tales where they were like, they put box cutters in your candy and never eat unwrapped candy. To this day, we have to stick to never eat unwrapped candy. But like, everything has to be individual size. I think it was all a plot. So this is my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
The conspiracy theory is we got fear-mongered into eating bite-sized candies, into purchasing bite-sized candies. Mm-hmm. Because we all got scared because people were giving out candy all the time before that. Right. Halloween was still a thing before that. And then some weirdo was like, you know what? I'm a try to kill a couple of kids. And because he's insane, we had a worldwide, well, at least statewide, freak out about what kind of candy that you're allowing your kids to have. So now, guess what Mars and Hershey's and all the cool candies did? They made individually wrapped minis. And you can just buy a bag of individually wrapped minis.
But though, you can regulate how much your kids eat if you give them individualized. Because you like, hey, Jimmy, here's a chocolate bar. Damn, that's a big chocolate bar. Jimmy's going to eat that in 5 seconds flat. Come back to you, talk about he want more candy. No, Jimmy, here's 5 little pieces that don't even amount to half a candy bar. Have fun with that.
But that's the thing. They don't amount to half a candy bar. Like 2 bites is 1 candy. These kids will slip off with 5 candy bars when they could have just had 1 large candy bar. And you could and you can monitor how much of that 1 candy bar they ate. You know, damn, you had that 1 big ass candy bar. I don't know how many Kit Kats that kid had. He threw out like 17 of the wrappers and then showed me the 2 that he had and said, "Can I have another one?"
That means you gotta beat your child because they be dishonest. But you reminded me of something when you said fear mongering. Y'all, I remember this very, very specifically. 2016, when y'all were running around in clown costumes and chasing people. Yo. Was that the year It came out?
Yes. It was actually before it.
And then the purge was also happening at the same time. Just this whole mass epidemic before the actual pandemic happened. Mm-hmm. And y'all was terrorizing people and the schools were receiving all types of threats. That was a scary year. I didn't want to go to school that day. I remember they searched our bags. We went through security checks. My school did not do security checks the day before. Why I come on Halloween, our bags are being searched. We're being pat down for knives and stuff. Bro, they were giving out bomb threats and stuff. Like, It was serious. Like, Halloween that year was terrifying.
Yo.
And let you step foot into the Bronx that year. Oh my God. I was spooked. Y'all gave a different definition to spooky season. That was a terrifying year.
Yo.
Don't do that again. That was a scary year for real. Like,
and honestly, I think 2016 was like the start of the safety. Because before that, we didn't go out for Halloween. You know why you didn't go out? Because if you stepped out, you were running the risk of getting what they call a smiley face. Like, you were about to get a quick one across the face because it was considered like, we heard so many like scary stories. Like, the scary stories that we heard for Halloween wasn't about a duppy or a ghost no, it was about the gang members down the street who were doing initiations this week.
Word.
And you got to make sure that you're in the house before initiation starts.
yeah.
And a part of me is like, wants to be like, you go on and live your best life. The other part of me has met people who have gotten smiley faces from being out and about. And I'm just like, I don't want that for me. Is that okay? Is that okay to say? Like, I don't want that. So I didn't go out. I didn't go to the Halloween. I don't think I've ever been to the Halloween parade.
There's a Halloween parade? I will not be going. You know, another fear. There's too much to discuss my Tims about Halloween. And that's not saying I don't enjoy Halloween, because once I started, what was it? It was actually the same year, 2016, when I started to get into Halloween, although y'all were terrifying me. I do like to dress up, and that's my version of being a blurred, dressing up. So, yeah, what terrified me one of them years was, I forgot.
You forgot? Wait. What? How you forgot?
Girl, I don't know.
And the fact that you turned, the worst part about this, y'all, is the fact that she turned the camera straight back to me like I was supposed to save her.
Because I really forgot. Like, oh my God.
Yo.
I'm getting old. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I love Halloween. I've had lots of things. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I am what I don't eat. I am pussy. Like, I openly stated, like, I don't like a lot of things. You know, she blinked because she realized I cursed, and I realized I cursed, and I was like, oh, that's a curse word. My bad. It's body parts. But I am what I don't eat. And I can say I don't like a lot of things. I don't do well in certain areas.
I remember.
Because I will fight people. Girl, well, now it's my turn. So let me tell you my scary stories. So the first story was I went to Blood Manor. So
that was what I was gonna mention.
You've been to Blood Manor?
No, my thing is I have a fear of haunted houses, with the fact that maybe we'll get human trafficked at a haunted house.
Wait. Oh, wait. Explain how this happens, my good friend.
Okay. So, I went to this very, very, very... It was my first haunted house. And I'm telling you, for my first haunted house, I should not have gone somewhere that was so terrifying. But I didn't know it was terrifying. I just thought it was a haunted house. So, my best friend at the time and I went. And so, they're like, here's a little flashlight. When I tell you that thing might as well had been dead, you couldn't see anything with the flashlight. It was a really tiny one too, like a really kid-sized one. It was really tiny.
Oh,
we all go into the haunted house. When I tell you, it is pitch black, dark. Me and Shorty start grabbing onto each other. Yo. And when I tell you, that means I'm terrified, because physical touch is very last at the bottom for me. It's 10% at the bottom. So when I'm grabbing onto you, I'm fully terrified. I need all the type of support I can get. We're walking, we're feeling the walls. We're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. All of a sudden, all I feel is boom. Someone grabbed me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get snatched. What did I come to do on Halloween night?
Yo.
But it was all part of the act. But it did make me think to myself, this is a really easy way to get to just snatch someone up.
This haunted house was hosted by Steve Epstein and company. They have created a non-for-profit called Boo!
Nah, because When I tell you, and it was some unknown haunted house too. So if they really wanted to snatch me, they really could have snatched me. And so that was my lesson. That was my fear after that, of just being in a haunted house that could snatch me.
Bro.
But back to you. Back to you.
I don't have that fear. Honestly, I think houses are haunted by just definition. If somebody's lived there, it's haunted. Because if someone's lived there, someone's died there, and it's haunted. But I went to Blood Manor with my friend. Now, I laugh about this story constantly because my poor friend... No, this was a real question of our friendship. Because technically, she left me to get murdered. So we go in, and our fear responses are different. I'm an assess the situation and swing type of person. So if I'm scared, I stop, I take 3 steps back, and I decide what am I gonna hit? Like, cause it ain't, I'm not getting hit. So what is getting hit? Like, what are we gonna do? Her response is to run in the other direction.
Y'all still friends?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not
Okay.
because I sat there because when I wasn't, I just looked at her because I started laughing. When I say I laughed, so we go into one of the rooms, and like again, as someone who's worked in on stage and worked with actors, so I know the difference between a human body and a doll. And so I come into a space, I can assess the situation. I'm like, there's a human there, so he'll probably pop up. That's okay, whatever. That's a prosthetic, but that's real. Cool. She did not. So we make it to a table, and it had one of those medical slabs in the middle. And we get in there, and a guy just comes out. And she screams bloody murder, dodges him, like he starts chasing her around the medical gurney. I'm sitting there crying, actually laughing, and they're realizing that my fear response is to laugh at this. Like, you're not serious. I'm cackling. I'm not breathing. We were holding hands at the time, and when he came out, she was gone. I was like...
She said fight or flight, and she said flight.
She said flight. She said, I'm defying gravity. She was out. I to this day, I still laugh, because I'm like, yo, she was 2 rooms ahead of me by the time I found her. Like, she was walking back, which made it worse, because I don't know how far she made it. But she was walking back by the time I walked out to go find her. I was like, are you okay? Like, I'm smiling at the actors. I'm like, oh, hey, it's nice to meet you. I really like your outfit. I don't respond well to things that are supposed to be scary. Why? It's prosthetics. It's not real. Have you seen real dead people? That's not fun to look at. You prosthetics with the killer clown, you can go sit over there. However, the time I was scared, why did one of my male best friend, you met him, he showed up in Pirates of the Caribbean. First of all, he's Jamaican, so half of us look like we should be pirates anyway. He comes in with the big black eye thing on his eyes. I couldn't look at him for the rest of the day. I said, you and I can't be friends today. And he's like, why? And I was like, he couldn't even say why, because I screamed and ran. And I stayed outside while he stayed outside. I was like, I'm okay. I'll meet you guys later. They're like, where's your ride home? I'm like, I'll meet you at the car. I'm not doing it. I couldn't do it. I freaked out. I was like, you're the devil. And he's like, you know who I am. I said, I don't care. That black eyeline, I can't find your eyes.
You and Lady Gaga would not have had a good time together.
Bro. Me? What I need to know is who you are, and your eyes tell me who you are, and you decide you want a black, it still terrifies me. I was like, I don't need you that close to me.
So how do you then react to things like that at Comic-Con?
I have handlers. So handlers are...
He was one of your handlers.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
But usually he's not in that costume. When he's in a costume that I can recognize, I can deal with him being my handler. And when I'm with friends who I recognize, I can deal with them being my handler. But in this situation, I couldn't find anything that I recognized, and I was freaked. It's still terrifying. And the thing is, it's not even terrifying. Like, I was genuinely scared of this random man who looked like a scary dread. I don't know. I don't know if I was scared of him being a pirate, if I was scared of the black eyes, or if I was scared of a Jamaican in dreadlocks. I don't know. But that's
She's
what
about
happened.
to be terrified this weekend then.
Yo.
I will be the Jamaican in dreadlocks. Hi. Don't come to the office next week.
You know what? And with that, no, I would be like, yeah, no, I don't have issues with dreads now, but like I still have genuine fears of, not of dreads, you weirdo.
I'm like, what is the fear of dreads?
Like my fears would be like, to me, when you meet a dirty person, and I have a fear of dirty people, and so like when I see like specifically white people with dreads, physically ick me out.
Oh yes.
And I'll say that openly. I'll be real open about that statement. I don't care how you
Because-
say it's cared for.
No,
It's not.
because white people to get their head dreaded up, that is a long, lengthy 2-year-long process. Me, I didn't comb my hair for a week and it was already forming. My hair wants to be locked up, honestly. 1 week and you're already matted together, OMG. It didn't even take much for you.
I promise you there's a dread back here somewhere. Who knows?
Like,
But the fact that you did 2 years of, I don't want to talk about it because I just keep seeing the same picture of this white couple in dreads, and they gross me out every time. The girl had glasses. The guy, I don't remember what he looked like, but it was just like, the hair was blonde and matted and scary. And again, it makes me think of dirty.
it doesn't look natural either.
Mm-mm. And it makes me wonder what else you have, or what's climbing in there. But other things. What else icks you out
About Halloween.
about it? What? Yeah. What makes you? Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna sound like a pick-me.
Okay.
I don't intend to sound like a pick-me,
I just finished saying I hate white people here. You can't be worse than me.
but my truth is, when y'all dress like sluts on Halloween, yeah, where's the costume?
I love dressing like a slut on Halloween.
It is so cold outside.
Bro, hoes don't feel cold.
No, bro, and maybe that's a problem that I'm not a hoe because I really have a costume I want to wear on Halloween, and it's not even like full hold out. It's just partially hold out, not even crazy, and I'm already chilling. I'm already freezing, shivering at it. So when y'all out here, hey kitty. So when you're out here in y'all bunny costumes, up to your ass,
Just
How?
Just cock out.
how? That don't make sense to me. Y'all are lying. Y'all are liars.
I love being a slut on Halloween.
How do you do it? What the heck? Do I need pocket warmers?
Yes. What did I wear? I've worn a white bunny outfit and I wore Uniqlo under it. I wore a midriff robin where I wore Uniqlo leggings under.
I don't want to wear leggings with my costume.
See, that's you need to.
I want to
wear.
be one of them that don't feel the cold, bro. Or maybe y'all bitches lying and y'all get pneumonia the next day. Like, I don't know what it is. Someone's lying.
I wear layers and I wear stockings and I wear skin tight things that make my parts look good. I think I've always worn something with sleeves or something that makes my tummy warm. As long as my tummy's warm, I can slut out.
My costume is a crop top with a skirt. It's a matching crop top and skirt. I'm gonna be Kasara for Halloween.
Ooh.
Shorty's bad, right? She was wearing a crop top with skirt, but I don't see how she was walking around the 4 nations dressed like that. I simply can't. It don't make sense to me. Shorty, you came from the North Pole,
Yo, I'm
South
telling
Pole,
you.
actually. Kitty says, "Cute and sexy for Halloween is the move, Ash." Hashtag sluts for Halloween.
See?
You know, I'm gonna just have to freeze it. But
See?
y'all be going really far with it, like really far.
I'm just saying, like, I'm wearing a bodysuit. That's just what I'm wearing. Just because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to be this skinny in one go, so I'm going to just enjoy it. That's my main reason why I'm pro slutty Halloween is you don't know how long you will have this body.
You know what? We're also in New York, so that's really the problem.
And that's even better because New York, at least you can hop on a train. 'Cause you might be a little bit far from a train, but like,
Like I have to walk a good couple blocks for the train
but for the most part,
and wait on the bus after I get off the train.
yeah, that's you living in that gerrymandered area. Them like screwing with you personally.
Sigh.
Bombastic side eye. But if you catch on a train, you can be warm for the whole ride. All traumatic. It's just that
I
you
can be
really
warm
gotta-
and stared at. Yeah.
Yep. You will be stared at, and that's the crazy part. At least it's not. You know what I miss? It was this crazy thing called no pants subway ride.
What?
You've never? Okay, so
I think I heard about it and blocked that from my memory. If I'm being very honest with you.
I went for like 6 years straight. It was called the No Pants Subway Ride.
I definitely blocked that from my memory.
It happens the first weekend of January by this group called Improv Everywhere.
So y'all did it in the cold.
It's in the freezing cold. It's in the butt chill ass back of cold. It's so cold, why did you come out? Kind of energy. This is everybody wears high socks, a high jacket, and no pants. And everybody gets to show off their cute pants. That's the best time to buy some new Victoria's Secret undies. And you walk around, you have a great old time. And then when you get home, you go to a club with other people who don't got no pants on, and that's where you probably put on some pants. And it's always interesting. We always end up putting on pants at the club.
I agree with Kitty. No pants was crazy. Bare skin on the subway is insane.
Yeah.
Bare
It was
skin?
great. It was great. No, some people were bare skin. A lot of people just stood up. And it would be.
I just feel like the atmosphere of the subway, it would just feel like the air is attacking me. The germs of the subway would be attacking me. Kitty says she finna go in the tunnel later. Bye, Kitty.
No, I'm telling you, it's the same. It's literally the bye, kitty. It's just as bad. It's you go out there and it's really fun because they tell everybody. You get a number, so you get 1 through 8 or whatever, however many people in the group, and then with whatever number you get, that's the order in which you take off your pants. So the whole idea is to mess with the people on the train.
Yo.
So
people just trying to go home.
Bro. And it's not even going home. They're supposed to go to work. These are people going to church. And like it's always on a Sunday. It's like the first Sunday or the second Sunday of January.
On a Sunday, on the good Lord's Day?
Yes, and we all pop out in like 3 locations and we all group up and everybody gets on the train and we all make our way to Union Square and everybody gets on the train and then first stop, one person takes off their pants. Second stop, next person takes off their pants. Third stop, by the time you get to like 2 stops before Union Square, everybody has their pants off and you get off to get to the next train to keep going. You're supposed to everybody get their pants off and once their pants are off, they just get off the train like it was nothing. There's no conversation with anybody. You just take off your pants on the subway and everybody just like.
She got butt booty naked.
Yo, somebody was every time it happens, people obviously ask you what's going on, and I think of a different story. Sometimes I sit there, I'm like, I forgot them. Are you serious? No. No, I didn't like. No, don't. I don't want to look down right now. I swore I walked out the house with pants on. You're telling me I'm not wearing them?
So speaking of undressing and dressing, Comic-Con just happened this weekend.
Woo! Shout out to Tokidoki Rob. He was at New York Comic Con this year, so check out Mad Dr. Rob. His Instagram is filled with photos. Everybody looked like they were having a great old time. I'm gonna be honest, social anxiety still exists, so I'm not doing large parties just yet until I am mentally ready.
I'm looking at Rob's Instagram right now.
He had a grand old time.
He did.
He loves that man.
Who's the person in the first picture? He fine.
Oop.
Perpetually and always shooting my shot.
Oop. Hello.
I'm sorry. Okay. But it does look. It looked fun. I'm slightly sad that I couldn't get to go. I'm not slightly sad. I'm very sad I didn't get to go.
I was out to. There were a couple of clubs and there were a couple of parties this weekend, and I heard nothing but good things. It was a turn up. Everybody was turned up. I saw one of the parties got switched and it got moved last minute, and you just watched the scramble. You was like, you know what I could be doing? Being in my room, and I went right to sleep. I gotta be better. You know what? I'm gonna be more social. If you guys invite me out, I will come. I promise. I will come to at least 3 events that I did not ask to be at.
Yeah.
I gotta do better. I need to be out
Me
there.
too. It's just, it's so hard to want to be out when it's cold outside.
But that's New York. It's always cold outside. It's always cold outside. It's either so cold that you want to be inside, or so hot that you want to be inside where it's so cold that you want to be back outside. It's always cold.
Sigh. But, so, Halloween's coming up. So, for the end of every episode, we will be telling a ghost story.
Ooh.
Until Halloween comes.
Ooh.
So, you got a story for us?
Okay. So, guys, what is the name of this? I'm going to get the... Let me double check.
Let me dance for them.
Okay. We're going to talk about SCP-3008. So this is SCP-3008.
I feel like I should dim the lights. Hold on.
The retail park containing SCP-3008 has been purchased by the Foundation and converted into site redacted. All public roads leading to or passing to site redacted have been redirected. The entrance to SCP-3008 is to be monitored at all times. No one is to enter SCP-3008 outside of testing as permitted by the senior researcher. You know what SCP is?
Tell us.
SCP-3008 is a large retail unit previously owned and branded as IKEA.
Whoa.
A popular furniture retail brand. Person entering SCP-3008 through the main entrance and then passing out of the sight of the doors will find themselves dislocated into SCP-3008-1. That is the displacement location. They will go unnoticed as no change will occur from the perspective of the victim, but they will generally not be aware that they've transported into 3008-1. But that's a space resembling the inside of an IKEA furniture store, extending far beyond the limits of what should physically be contained inside the dimensions of a retail store. It's a never-ending retail store.
Oh.
So this IKEA is so big. You know, have you ever been in IKEA?
Yes.
And you walk in and they have this like map of the way you're supposed to go. Mm-hmm. This IKEA don't do that. It goes, you go in and you think you're there, and then you start meeting people and they're like, I've been living here for 17 years.
Oh no.
There are people who like, yeah, we've been trying to find our way around here. We do not know. There are people who speak different languages because they just came from different IKEAs. They just walked into an IKEA and just ended up in SCP-3008-1.
That's like if Barbie World, like from the Barbie movie that just came out, if it was just like perpetually that forever. Like, you know how they have open
yes, the
floor
open
plans, and you could just wave across the street and see your neighbor and everything they're doing.
That's the IKEA world, and you get stuck in there. But you just have to be careful because after certain hours, the workers start coming in. So the workers are seen in their normal IKEA uniform, the blue shirt, the yellow tag, the khaki pants, but they have no faces.
Oh. Oh dear.
And they will come around to assist you.
Do they ever get stuck in that world?
They have no faces. They're from that world.
Wow.
So the humanoid entities, we call them SCP-3008-2 because documentation needs to be accurate, right?
People are numbers at the end of the day.
You know. So there are people living there, and they have structures and defenses against these SCP-308-2s, which are the IKEA workers. IKEA workers have no faces. And so they come in and they find these people and they're saying, you're not supposed to be here. IKEA is closed. And so
The workers are telling them they're not supposed to be there. But if they have no spaces, how are they talking?
we don't know.
Do
All
they
you
just have
hear-
an omnipotent voice?
All you hear is the IKEA is closed. And you have to batten down the hatches. Once you hear the thing is the IKEA will now be closed for in the next 5 minutes. And then the workers will come out. And if you are found by the workers, you will be dispatched.
Dispatched to where?
Well, not back home. They have a rudimentary day and night cycle. So during the day, the 308-2s don't bother you because they're naturally working. They're helping you out. But after hours, they start trying to find and remove any bodies that do not belong in their IKEA. So just be careful and do not get into an IKEA after closing because you may find yourself.
IKEA in general. Lest I get stuck in this world.
It's three lefts make a
Have
right.
any of the people broken free from that IKEA trance?
So a few people do come out. That's the only reason that they know that this SCP exists. A number of people have come out saying they've gone missing in 1 year and then just appear at an IKEA years later. Or they'll find out that they were missing and then turn up in a whole different state or country from walking out of a random IKEA. And they'll always have the same story. I walked in at, and they'll refer to this one and then say, and then I'm here, and they're in Washington. How did you get to Washington? I don't know. I'm from New York.
So do we need to launch an investigation in like multiple missing people's
We
reports?
should probably go into IKEA. That's what SCP is for. They're to secure, contain, and protect. So they now have secured, contained, and protected that SCP-3008 in order to keep us from being caught by 3008-2. Terrifying.
This is like the Matrix.
Bro, there's a lot of scary movies. And I promise you, next week, I have a better one. Next one, I'm going to talk about The Shy Guy.
That was crazy.
I love it. I love a good horror. I love scary. I really do love a scary story because they're better than regular movies. Rom-coms are usually stupid or abusive. Comedies are usually good. I don't put them in the same category. I put comedies and horror in the same ilk of having really good writer. You have to be a really good writer to make good comedy and to make good horror because everything else is a cut and dry plan. If you want a young adult movie, get a teenager, tell her that, put her on a hero's journey, make her refuse the call, make her find a love interest, defeat someone, lose, defeat someone again, or lose twice, defeat someone once, or win twice, lose once, and then they figure it out, and it's all happy, and then they go home and they go to bed. And that's a great young adult movie. Whatever. But I find that horror and comedy take a lot more. And that's probably why Key and Peele are so good in their reflective sectors. Key is doing the horror thing and thrillers, and he's very good at them.
Yeah.
And it's directed from his history in comedy. He knows how to be funny, so he knows what's not funny.
True. That's an interesting perspective.
Like, he knows that's not funny. That's not funny. I just watched Get Out the other day for the first time too.
You just watch what?
Get Out.
Oh.
For the first time.
I did rewatch that the other day. Yeah. And I'm gonna rewatch Us.
I have never seen Us yet. It's on my to-watch list.
Okay, since you told the IKEA story, it's gonna, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
bet we're here now. But I saw Get Out, and I watched it, and I just looked at like, my boyfriend looking at me like, this is crazy, right? I'm like, this is my life. This was what church was for me growing up. Walking around into a group of white folk and them telling me, oh yeah, being black is in fashion. Oh yeah, no.
No, that scene when all the guests came over, that was a crazy scene for real.
I
Like,
was like, I've been here.
because it's so true, but it's like, oh my god, it was. If I could just do a deep analysis on just that scene alone, I would write 10 pages.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It was crazy.
Every couple and every person in that scene has a backstory that requires a dissertation.
Right.
And like, it's one of those, everybody's a little bit racist, but each of you, it's kind of the point that racism isn't cut and dry. It isn't very, it's not.
I mean, but then
yes
they all
or no.
want the same goal at the end of the day, because then they were all auctioning. They were all at the actual.
Yes. No, but that's what I'm saying. Racism comes from different realms, different reasonings to come to the same answer. It's like 12 times 0 is 0. So you had your own reason, but you still ended up with the racist answer. But to be fair, he had that coming. He had so far,
that's really what it was.
So far into this, like, you know,
He
when
really
they start
had it
screaming,
coming.
you know,
Yeah.
he's the reason why we scream at TVs not to go that way.
Nah, he really had it coming from the beginning.
From the ever loving beginning, we sat there, looked at him like,
you really gonna do this? Like, you're really gonna travel with her to, yo? And you know what makes that even more real for me? Yeah, I went apple picking the other day in freaking Beacon, New York.
West Bubble.
Who told Ma
Still wondering, young
to
lady.
go up there? And it was a group of us. And it wasn't just me and my friends. We then met another group of.
You know what? Black people love apple picking. We love seeing trees that we're not hanging from.
You know what we should have done though? Done that somewhere closer to the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about to be my very own movie of Get Out. When I tell you from beginning to end, it was weird. From beginning. And you know what makes it funny? I ran into a friend later, and he is white. That adds on to the story. If I really put it into, he adds on to the story too. Yeah,
like the factors
and
were factoring.
He's a mixed white presenting person.
So he's
one of them, but he's just to add on to the story to make it really seem like he is one of them. You know, it was funny, but we are coming to an end.
No. We're done? Okay. It was great talking to you guys. Next week is the week before Halloween. It is also the week before Veterans Day. And it is the week before November. So I want everybody to have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Stay safe on these streets. Go home. Because honestly, the solution to most of your problems in the world is to go home.
And sleep.
And take a nap.
And mind your business.
Bruh. Sip water and mind my business. Mind my business. Sip water and mind my business. Mind my business. Okay, I love you guys. This is Metro Blurs, Metropolitan Black Nerds. Black people